And away we go. It is the Nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com, brought to you, as always, by our good friends at Galactic Fried Chicken. Visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Hit them up. Have it delivered pretty much anywhere inside the 275 loop, or stop down in Dayton, Kentucky. Tell them to pump it up. Save yourself 15%. They are open Wednesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner. All right, Aaron. Schedule's a little bit off. Things are a little bit quirky. I'm not sure how tomorrow's going to work with Rocket Truth at 9 o'clock in a basketball game that starts at 8. These are the problems of a media conglomerate like Bearcat Journal has become. Sure. But yeah, you're verified now. You got your blue check.
I did.
I mean, we're moving up in the world.
In it to win it.
But that means tonight is 3 Key Wednesday.
It is.
It's usually 3 Key Thursday. With the game on Friday, we're moving it up to tonight. I don't know what tomorrow night holds. I would assume we'll do a nightcap tomorrow night.
Just ask anybody in the coaching staff. Today's Thursday.
I almost got kicked out of practice yesterday, as I said, because, we're not allowed to practice on Wednesday. And yesterday was a Wednesday practice. And I was like, well, it's Tuesday. So I'm allowed to be here. All right, let's get to it. Let's see what you got. ECU comes to town Friday night, 8 o'clock, nip at night, black on black on black. No surprise there. Let's hit the 3 keys.
Number one, defense has to tighten up their chin straps. And I don't mean like what happened in Arkansas.
Right.
What I mean by that is getting the 3 and outs. Stopping the run. Like, don't get gashed for these big plays. Contain Holt Nailers. Contain Keaton. I mean, there's.
Look, I'm all in on the fact that if Cincinnati is going to win this game, they have to stop Keaton Mitchell.
You don't want a shootout with this team. I do not want a shootout with ECU, because I feel like if it turns into a shootout, their offense is more inclined to win a shootout.
They have 3 very good receivers. They have a 30-year-old quarterback. And they have the number one running back.
Ben Bryant's no spring hen.
No. They have the number 1 running back in the conference. We'll get to that when I get to my stuff. But, yeah, you're right. Like, you've got to get them off the field. You cannot let them sustain drives, make quick hit plays, put you in a position where you're constantly dealing with 3rd and 5 or less.
Yeah. So tighten up those chin straps. That's number 1. Number 2, I think you have to win the turnover battle. This team has struggled to turn the ball over, and Ben can't have any bonehead plays in this game, because, again, I think if you do and you give ECU an opportunity, they're going to capitalize on it. And despite it being a nip-at-night game, I think it plays in Cincinnati's favor. Huge that it's nip at night. But I think you have to win the turnover battle in this one.
I agree. I don't think Ben turning the ball over has been a problem.
No, I'm just saying, but you can't have any one of these slip-ups.
Even 1 pick 6.
Correct. That
changes the dynamic of the game.
Yeah. Catastrophic. I mean, this team haven't really put up big numbers offensively. When was the last time they hit 30?
It's been a minute.
Weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't want to rely on this team having to score 30 plus. So yeah. I think you have to win the turnover battle.
Okay.
And number 3, I think you have to utilize the biggest receivers on the field. We've been saying it all season, but I think this might actually, if this defense is aggressive as they say it is, I think you might be able to capitalize on Lenny and Josh catching the ball.
I agree. I don't disagree. I will say, listening to Dave tonight on the BCJ podcast talk about the havoc that ECU's defense has caused, it does not match the reputation that they're this defense that creates a ton of havoc. Like I know they're aggressive. I know they want to get after you. I wonder how much of that is because of what we saw during the UCF game, in the game where they forced John Rice Plumlee into a situation where he couldn't run the ball. So it made it feel like there was a lot of havoc.
I just think that if you end up with Josh and Lenny catching somewhere collectively in the realm of 6 to 8 passes.
Sure.
I think that that's the key to unlocking 30-plus points again.
I will say, like, unless Tyler Scott and Trey Tucker are open down the field all night because ECU has a terrible pass defense.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I guess I just would love to see them reintegrated as
of course, I would love that too.
A key part of the offense.
Yeah.
So you got NFL caliber guys at those positions. And I just all season long has been just underutilized, in my opinion.
I don't disagree. I talked to a high school coach today that actually he brought up an interesting point. He said, when Gino was coming up and becoming star quarterback and getting into coaching and working his way up to offensive coordinator, he wasn't like, how much did he ever have 2 tight ends on the field?
Well, wasn't that who was there back then? Selleck?
No, Gino was well before Selleck.
I'm just trying to think time frame.
I know, but even then, he had a tight end.
Yeah.
12 personnel. I'm not a huge fan of 12 personnel because I think in 12 personnel, you allow the defense to crowd the box.
Sure.
And you allow, you have 2 tight ends and a running back and a quarterback, right? Mm-hmm. So 5 offensive linemen, 2 tight ends, quarterback, running back. What does that mean?
Stack the box, sure.
2 wide receivers. You've only got 2 wide receivers available in the play. I don't love 12 personnel.
I don't know. I guess I'm not even saying you have to go out of a 12 personnel to get them involved. I mean, you could do this.
No. You're missing. Like, I'm saying in terms of confusing a defense, keeping a defense off balance. Yeah. When you have 12 personnel, you have 5 offensive linemen, 2 tight ends, a running back, and a quarterback in the box.
Yeah.
Even if you split one of the tight ends out wide, you have 9 players at the line of scrimmage that aren't spreading out the defense. Why has football changed? Football has changed because you're spreading the defense sideline to sideline. With 2 tight ends, you're contracting the defense and allowing them to do what? Stop the run. Because you're allowing 9 guys into the box.
But if you're passing more out of that and some of these little short passes over the middle.
But there's guys, but my point is everybody's there. But it's crowded.
But Josh takes 4 strides and he's 15 yards downfield.
Okay, but if you have to wait for him to take 4 strides, there's pressure in the quarterback's face. I just don't. The more I watch 12 personnel, the more I don't love it. I love it as situational. I don't love it as base. Does that make sense?
I certainly would agree with that.
Okay. I think we're on the same page there.
Yeah.
I get the tight ends more involved. Do it in 11.
Yeah. I'm in no way, shape, or form saying it has to be with them on the field at the same time. I just want them as a component of this offense. And right now I feel like they're an afterthought.
They're still getting about the same use that they've always gotten. They're just doing a lot of it in 12 personnel, which I think is also killing the run game. So you're killing the run game, and you're not doing anything out of the box to utilize 12 personnel with the 2 tight ends in the game. The only thing, the only time I think we've ever really seen that revolutionized was Belichick with Gronk and Hernandez. And then, Hernandez killed a couple of people.
But you had Tom Brady at the helm, so
right.
That's a little different.
But where are the other places where we've seen 12 personnel really be like a dynamic offense? I don't think it can be dynamic because you're forcing the numbers into the box. You're not spreading the field out. When you have 9 guys in the box to defend 12 personnel, they can run blitz. They can fill the gaps. They can put a hat on a hat and let 1 or 2 guys make plays. I would rather you have Scott, Tucker, Thompson, and then Wiley split out, where you've got 4 wide receivers split out and 1 back, and now you're spreading the defense. And there's more room for the backs, and there's more room for the passing game to work. Yeah, just me. Just an observation that I just think when we've seen 12 personnel, you've seen teams constrict and do this. All right, let's get to I talked too much and didn't have my stuff ready. All right, here we go. Keep Keaton down. Again, I think Keaton Mitchell is maybe the best player in this conference. And he is the leading rusher in this conference.
It's a bold statement.
I think
Tanner Mordecai had 10 touchdowns in a game.
Because he was playing against the Houston defense that, I joked with Tony Pike today that me, you, and Tony could call like 15 of his friends from the 09 team that could have scored 100 points on that Houston defense. Keaton Mitchell is the key to this thing. Tulane, when they were able to hold ECU to 9 points, they shut down Keaton Mitchell. Navy, when they were able to beat ECU, they shut down Keaton Mitchell. So I obviously respect how good Holton Ahlers has proven to be over his 14-year career. But I think the key to this ECU offense is if you stop Keaton Mitchell, it slows down all of what they want to do. And it keeps them behind the chains, and it keeps them away from 2nd and 5, 3rd and 3, and that's how you beat them.
Is he going to be Dr. Holton Ahlers after this season?
He might be. I'm not ruling that out. Balance the attack. You've got to get the run game going.
Yeah.
I don't think it was as bad as everybody believed against Navy. Because if you look at Charles McClellan's numbers, he actually had a pretty good yard per carry. And his longest run, he had 1 home run and then a bunch of 2-yard gains.
Well,
his longest run was 18 yards. He gained 70. He still was able to move, to stay in front of the sticks. Right?
If you think about it too, you only had 9 possessions. If you're only getting 9 possessions, do you really want to waste your time running the ball? And what if it doesn't work? Now you're down a possession.
Well, you want to waste your time running the ball as long as you can get 6 yards a carry, 5 yards a carry.
But if that's not happening, you ditch it quick because you got.
The question will be here: does ECU sell out to stop the run? Put all those bodies in the box again? I would focus on spreading it out and putting the onus on Ben at least early to stretch the defense and hit Tyler Scott, Trey Tucker, Jaden Thompson, Josh Wiley, the running backs, Charles McClellan and Ryan Montgomery on check downs, and stretch them out so that they want to be aggressive. They want to play up the field. You have to force them out of that. The only way you do that, short and intermediate, then it opens up the run game, then it opens up the deep ball. So balance the attack, but don't do it at the expense of just running into a brick wall, every 2nd and 10. Do the nip and night thing. That's pretty simple, right?
Yeah, they don't lose nip at night. When was the last time that happened?
They haven't lost in 30 home games.
There is that.
Nip at night is special. Yeah. That place should be electric. Go do the nip at night thing where you intimidate the shit out of the opponent. You turn the game on its ear. And by halftime, everybody's thinking about going to the bars.
Yeah, it's Friday night. You got plenty of time to tailgate on a Friday and maybe have a couple extra drinks than you normally would before a home game and just get crazy, get wild. And the student section, stop leaving.
No, leave. Leave.
Why?
Because it's 35-7 at halftime and you're ready to go get drunk at the bars on a Friday night.
They left.
I'm talking about this week.
They've left close games before.
I know they have. I'm talking about why you should leave this week, because Cincinnati's up 35-7 at halftime. And trying to get up to Calhoun. Get some drinks.
Anything else you got as far as things happening around the Horn today?
No, I had a lot of work and family.
Jizzle James today, signed officially.
Rayvon was supposed to sign today. His family couldn't make it out to Arizona, so he's going to hold off and do his unofficial signing ceremony over Thanksgiving weekend when he's back home with his family. But what I can tell you is Ray's going to be a Bearcat. Don't sweat that. And Jizzle, that's already in the books.
Done and done.
Yeah. Don't sweat it.
Tomorrow, though, is it tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Collier's in town?
No. Saturday,
Collier's in town.
Yeah, it's only Wednesday, Aaron.
Sorry.
Look, man, I'm with you. Tomorrow, Bearcats, Cleveland State.
Yeah.
We'll probably be here to talk about that at some point afterwards. And then Friday, you see ECU. Saturday, Sycamore High School, 3:30. Isaiah Collier is in town. Go if you can. Sunday, Bearcats back on the floor for basketball. And then Monday, Chad hibernates.
Till the BBP.
I might not wake up for the BBP. Y'all might be on your own. I don't know.
I might not believe you.
I'll be there. Come on. You know I am. That's it. We'll see ya. Hopefully my voice works tomorrow, because apparently it feels like it's already going out. But I'm in for Mo tomorrow from 3 to 6, Friday from 3 to 6, and all the other stuff going on. That's it. Thanks to Galactic Fried Chicken. We'll see you tomorrow. It's the Nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!